Negation. Why do we follow the path of negation? A positive knowledge of Atma, the self, is impossible. Therefore, the path of negation is adopted. Your position after negation of body, senses, and mind is being it, though it is generally called knowing it. There, to know is to be. But what is the purpose of the process of negation? Negation of the objective world gives you a disinterestedness, vairagya, and tranquil stand from which to start the inquiry. Otherwise, there is the danger of the mind coming in uncalled for, in some form or other, to pollute the inquiry. Negatives can never subsist independently by themselves. They want a positive something as their background. Some people consider the mind as a container of thoughts and feelings. If so, it should be a permanent container. When permanency is attributed to mind, its material part, which can never be permanent, drops away. And consciousness, that consciousness part, which is permanent, continues as the reality itself. Would the process of eliminating from me all that I am not take me to my real nature and establish me there? Certainly it will do both, provided you have heard the ultimate truth about your real nature from the lips of the satguru. Otherwise, you will get stranded in nothingness, mistaking it for the ultimate. Because the experience of nothingness also gives you a reflection and limited peace or happiness. After listening to the truth from the Guru, if you take to any thought, and more so a spiritual thought, it expires not in nothingness, but in consciousness alone. Therefore, when all that you are not, namely the body, senses, and mind, have been eliminated from you, you alone remain over as the background, which is consciousness and peace. This is nothing short of self-realization. Repeat the same inquiry for some time. This will help you to stand established in your real nature. In regards to one's own real nature, to know is to be. If you inquire into the ultimate goal or meaning or purpose of the term I, used by everybody alike, and if you succeed in reaching that goal, there is nothing else to be attained. I am that principle in man, permeating all men alike, but at the same time distinct and separate from the body, senses, and mind of all. That am I, and that is Atma. How to negate objects and arrive at the truth? The world of body, senses, and mind, and their corresponding objects may be viewed from two standpoints. The first, as being constituted of the presence and the absence of objects, both gross or subtle. and the second as being constituted of the ultimate subject and a variety of objects. It has already been proved that one's real nature is pure consciousness and peace. Looking at the world from the first standpoint, the presence as well as the absence of objects have to be proved to be non-existent. This has to be done successively from all the three states, reducing the gross object first to a mental thought and then to a mentation, to pure consciousness. This process does not establish that the world is not, but rather that the world is nothing but your own real nature, consciousness. Viewing the world from the second standpoint, when everything objective, both gross and subtle, is disposed of as unreal, that principle, Atman, the real self, which disposed of everything else, remains over as the sole survivor. Even the mind being already disposed of, this survivor stands above in all its glories as pure consciousness, the real self.